Yes, morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are. Don from Kenya Guinness TV, and you're back again with another video. So
Nice
basically,
one.
the pre
Yep.
weekend preview, yeah, I'm a weekend review, right?
Review.
We had quite some interesting games over the weekend. Apparently, but everybody has a W. The guy were wishing by they to banter. The guy were wishing by they to throw under the bus today was Papa, but he's not here. We told this guy, man, he's basically the honeymoon face. Liverpool is just in the honeymoon phase. In fact, now that's the first game we need to talk about. Arne Slot. La 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 la.
Welcome to the Premier League.
Welcome to the Premier League.
Man,
But anyway, so that's the first game that's the first game I think you can talk about. That. So Liverpool 0, Nottingham Forest 1. The most interesting thing is that the game was being played at Anfield. So these guys, Maze, got
man,
their ass whooped at Anfield. Imagine a fortress.
man. What that
Such a
today goal, man. Aye, man. It was class with the what a
I
finish.
told I told you about Hudson Odoi guys. I told you these guys are on fire. Elanga and Odoi are very good. And he got me the points in
Uh,
fantasy. So it was brilliant.
but just
Actually,
like
on
we
the
said,
prediction, on the prediction, you're the only one who said Liverpool aren't going to win with the so big up, man.
oh yeah. Actually, by the Abdul, you are spot on. You're the only person who said that Liverpool wasn't going to win. And you actually spot on by the
And,
prediction.
and
But
I
surprisingly,
almost got the City one correct. We'll get to that though.
yeah, we'll get to that. But sorry, you know, I think even when we're doing that preview, also Samo mentioned that this is the Premier League, man, and you can never write off any team. As much as yes, we had so much hopes and expected Liverpool to beat Nottingham Forest, but this is the Premier League. You can never underrate any team. So the most
Yep.
interesting thing is let's now see how Arne Slot now comes. That's the most important thing. Derek, just like you mentioned it some time back, Wenger said that new managers they're usually in this honeymoon phase. Then now
Exactly.
when the rain now starts beating them hard, that's when now resilience is tested. That's when now
See their
ah
reaction.
back to the show. But sorry, for a moment I was actually excited. I thought it was Laban joining in, the Liverpool fan. But anyway, we move on. So you see, this is the Premier League. Where were we? What are we saying? But I actually even lost my trail of thoughts. Obed Amekuja
And
is
it said,
just mixed me.
welcome to the Premier League. That's where you are.
Oh yeah.
We need
Welcome
to
to the
see the
Premier League.
reaction.
So listen, man, this is the Premier League. And I just looked at Liverpool. Obed just came in off camera was telling us that they lost the game because of fatigue. Yeah. So now they already have a Champions League tonight. Actually, Liverpool is playing in the Champions League night. So I really wonder how
Yep.
the fatigue they're going to be when the Premier League comes back in. So in simple terms, this Champions League is really going to drain teams. For me
Mhm.
personally, but I'm also worried because looking at the way our squad is currently set up with the missing players and whatnot, bro, this Champions League is really going to drain teams. So with
And
Liverpool,
people were questioning why Chelsea was buying so many players. Interesting.
but you're not in the Champions League. You see, you guys are buying so many players. When you're in the Champions League, what are you guys talking? What are you talking about?
Soon we are coming, bro. Soon, very soon.
Very soon, yeah.
Anyway, anyway, Abdul Maza, your thoughts on the game, Maza? What did you make of that Liverpool game? I didn't even watch it. I don't know if you guys watched it. I was watching the Man City game.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was
gosh,
switching the games. I think Liverpool, they started the game well. In the first half, they were playing really well. They created
Mhm.
some chances. Diaz almost scored. Van Dijk, even Jota almost scored. But this is the Premier League. Nuno benched Elanga and Hudson Odoi, so it was all Liverpool in that first half. The second half, when Elanga and Odoi came on, different game. They caused problems after problems until they score, and Liverpool could not create anything in the second half.
Yeah. So,
Mhm.
Derek, did you watch the game yourself? How many you watched the
I
highlights?
I only catch the highlights, man. I didn't watch the game. But the
Yeah, neither
finish
did I.
though, that's another finish, man. Hey, top
Hey,
class
bro.
player.
Top, top,
1v1
top.
demon, they call him.
Yeah, so anyway, was the onslaught fans, welcome to the Premier League. Let's say you bounce back. I'm really interested to see how they're going to bounce back. Most importantly, I'm really interested to see how they're going to react by this Champions League game. So let's
Mhm.
see it goes. Yeah. So we move on to the next game. The next game was of course Manchester United or Everton versus Manchester United. Hey man, you guys
The
got
black
excited.
team.
Was the first. That's the second win of the season. Yeah, after two
Kwani,
hard games.
okay, how many wins do you have this season, bro? How many wins do you have? Yeah,
Us,
so
us,
yeah,
we
you
have three
guys,
wins.
you
Us,
have
we
three
have three
wins.
wins. Yeah, we have
Okay,
three
okay,
wins.
okay, okay. Oh, but you have 10 points by on the table. But on to the game, like you said, every in the Premier League, every match counts. Cinder.
Yeah,
So we had to bounce back. We had to bounce back in that game. I think we started the game pretty much slow. Onana did his thing. He said no today, and from there the game was
Yeah,
done.
bro.
Uh,
Derek, even when I was watching the game, I knew that brother was going to miss. You know, when you see a player doing this nervous thing, touching themselves, doing this, licking their lips, you will know this brother is going to miss. Whether it's another going to save or kicking it outside. That brother
yeah.
was so nervous. Everyone knew he was going to miss.
The
uh,
thing is this. I actually watched the Manchester United game, and for sure I'll tell you by the way, for the first, I think the first
Around
30
15,
minutes.
15 to 20. Yeah. No, yeah, around
Hey,
that time.
hey,
The game.
Maze,
Okay,
Southampton, Maze was on their neck, Maze. Those guys were
That,
pressing
no,
that,
hard,
no,
that
okay,
man.
brother who was
no,
destroying down, what's his name? Tyler Dibbling, I think was his name. Phew. He was
That's
cooking down on
the youth
that
man.
side.
The youth man, Maze. The youth man was cooking, Maze. That guy was just something else. But then for some reason, them, they're basically doing something. They're just doing a lot of lip licking, a lot of foreplaying, but there's no
you know,
penetration. These
yeah,
guys got a
actually, that's what is. They just had
Guys,
possession, no penetration with they didn't
it's a
look
very young
threatening
team.
at all.
Very, very young team. Southampton is a young team. We even gave them Lisle Kochoku, who was in the midfield. That it's a very, very young team with zero. I don't think they have any experienced players. Lalana
Yeah,
came on late in the game. So I think United, they rode their luck. They scored the goals that they needed to, and they won the game.
yeah. And there's just something about these teams, these championship teams that are being promoted. Back in the days when you had championships team being promoted, man, those guys, there's just something with this. Last season, all the teams that were promoted, all of them got relegated from Burnley, uh, Luton Town. All of them got relegated.
The
This
thing,
season,
the thing I said, the thing I said
yes, go
is when
ahead.
Pep came to the Premier League, he raised the standards.
Yeah,
So these new promoted teams, like they don't have the memory. Wanakuza tu wanapigwa.
yeah,
So the standard Premier League, the standards of Premier League are very high right now. It's up to the
oh
newly
yeah,
promoted team to catch up.
And
Yeah.
it's
yeah,
crazy. These teams that are coming up, they are trying, to play possession football with young players who cannot do this thing. It's crazy.
yeah.
They are opening themselves up to be beaten by everyone, which is mad.
Yeah, so I think looking at the way these teams are playing, most likely you might do. But the only team that I've seen trying by the off relegation, off promotion is Ipswich Town. Actually, Ipswich Town, by they drew with Leicester City, if I'm not wrong.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
the team. I think the
So
teams that might survive, the teams that might survive relegation is Leicester City and Ipswich. But Leicester City also look shaky. I don't think, but with the experience in the
Yeah.
Premier League, I definitely see Leicester City surviving.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's still early days. You really can't tell. We move on. So Abdul Mazia game was being played on Saturday. Bournemouth versus Chelsea. You guys were lucky, Maz. You guys are one lucky buses because I'm telling you, by the
man,
you
but
guys. Yes,
that
there
was
you go
a
ahead.
very tight game. That was a very tight game, Razak. Yeah, I want you to
Jadon
acknowledge that thing
Sancho.
first. It
Jadon
was a very
Sancho.
tight game.
Jadon Sancho. I told you guys. Did I not tell you guys this? Just the previous show, I told you Jadon Sancho is going to come to Chelsea and cook. Some people got Raheem Sterling. Raheem Sterling played. We saw the same Raheem Sterling at Chelsea, at Man City. But Jadon
Pause,
Sancho,
pause,
we
pause, pause.
see
Hold on there,
the
man. How many?
quality in the player. You know,
Abdul,
moving.
pause,
Jadon
pause,
Sancho
pause,
is
pause.
moving like. Let me finish, bro. Let me finish my excitement.
Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
You know, Jadon Sancho was moving like prime maybe Eden Hazard. You know, destroying that winger, creating chances after chances. That side, it's his to lose. Pedro Neto thinking out the place. You know, quality in depth. This is what I'm happy about. If you play poor, you're coming out. This season, we will not see Mikhailo Mudrik playing. Maybe in the Carabao Cups and Conference League, because now we have serious ballers. Now, what was your question?
So you're basically comparing Sterling with Sancho. First of all, but the Sterling only came in for 10 minutes. Only 10 minutes. There was nothing much. You can't judge a player
Uh-huh.
by their best with just 10 minutes. And you see the thing about Sancho coming on, he understand he got the man of the match for that game. Yeah. How many minutes did
Mm-hmm.
Sancho play that game?
Second half.
We played.
Okay,
Yeah, I
second
think
half.
the entire second half. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You can't compare because he basically had time by the to play. He basically had time to showcase what he's made of. But let
But
me
the
tell you
10
one
minutes
thing,
after
Maze.
fans were telling me Sterling stuck out the place.
Bro, don't be excited, Maze. Just one offshore, Maze. Don't be excited.
Still early days, bro. Chill,
Yeah,
bro.
don't make the
It's just
same
it's a
mistake
glimpse.
today. Don't
It's a glimpse of
let's see.
Jadon Sancho, ladies and gentlemen. You
Don't
know,
make the
he
same
carried.
mistake.
Remember, this is the same player who carried Dortmund in the Champions League until the final. The same Jadon Sancho we are talking about. But United said, okay, Jadon Sancho, he did not apologize to Eric Ten Hag. We don't care. Sell him for 23 million. We are happy about Jadon Sancho. Derek, are you happy about Messi Mount?
Okay.
You see,
Uh,
that's what's happening right now.
But
it's still
bro,
early
Abdul,
days to judge. Relax, bro.
relax,
It's still early
relax.
days.
For
Still,
Sancho or for Mount? For Mount or
Both
for
actually.
Sancho?
Both actually. I'm going to say for both.
Okay,
but
bro,
anyway,
no
listen.
problem.
No, I mean you have to give it to Sancho Maze for sure, but he's the guy who changed the game. He definitely changed
Exactly.
the game. Yeah.
Hmm.
But looking at that
To
game,
st-
but it was an evenly balanced game because Bournemouth, but it was a very, 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 very tight game.
yeah,
Not for
they had their chances. So
yeah,
it was a tight game, but
it was a tight game.
I think,
So
I think
listen,
we need to realize, I think, guys, football is a game of moments. Just like we talked about the United game, when you have the quality in the bench, you know, a team like Bono don't have the players Chelsea brought on the bench, even Southampton. You take your chances and you pray you don't concede. That is what happened in those two Man United and Chelsea games.
but you see the
Last
surprising
week,
thing is,
last week against
Abdul,
Paris, we played well. We created many chances. We did not win. This week, we did not create that much chances. We scored and win. That's football.
but what I'm saying is this, Abdul,
Yeah,
Chelsea still hasn't convinced me to be a serious side.
yeah, yeah,
Honestly,
yeah.
in the Premier League,
It's still
they're
early
still
days,
not
bro.
convincing. They're still not
Yeah,
convincing to be a serious side. So still early days anyway. Right now, but they really can't talk much. Let's get to
mm,
December. Let's get to November. I think by then now we'll now start having serious conversations. Yeah.
yeah.
But then we move on to the next game. That was Manchester City versus what? Versus
Brentford.
Brentford. Yeah.
Hmm.
So I think that was one of the fastest goal by Wissa for the season.
hmm.
I mean, I saw the header and the header was just it was just one classic goal. Those guys are just caught pants down. And it basically showed one thing. Even if you look at the way Man City played, I think
Brentford was too good.
I think looking at Man City and honestly, and time will tell, and maybe we can come back to this video and maybe just compare notes. But looking at Man City, I feel like man, their defense there's a loophole in the defense. Looking at some of the goals they're conceding, there's definitely a loophole. And if they get a serious side, but that has a serious attacking, that is actually in fact. But then for me, I feel like Man City right now, the only guy who's carrying the team right now is Haaland. Bro, that guy scored 2 goals in that. How many goals has Haaland scored so far?
9? Was it,
Is
is
it
it 9 or
7?
7?
I think it's
Imagine, man.
7.
4 games already. Must the guy has already scored four goals, and you see some of the goals this guy is scoring. Yani, they're those goals that you don't even expect. They're just goals that come from nowhere. Like the first goal
I
is
think Pep twanged
Yeah.
us this season. Bro. When the season began, this brother told us, we have everyone is out, everyone is not playing. Then during that preseason, he played the youngsters. We knew City are going to start slow. In his mind, he was resting the important players. Now they are slowly coming in. Walker played. The
yeah.
important players are slowly coming in. They brought in Gundogan. And City normally don't start this good. They've started the league so fast.
Oh yeah.
It's dangerous for everyone.
It's very dangerous, and that's why, man, we had to win the North London Derby because give these guys a chance. Right now, but they're only 2 points behind
They
us,
run
and
away.
we're playing with
Yeah.
them. We're playing with them this Sunday, so that
Mhm.
I think that is a game that is really good. For, to be honest, I see us losing that game. I see us losing that game because number one, as much as you have Declan Rice, bro, the midfield, there's that midfield crisis. So I don't see. But anyway, we'll talk about that later. I think we're going off topic. We'll talk about that
But
later. So
Brentford, Brentford should have started very well in that game. You watched it, don't you?
no, I watched it.
You know,
I
the
think
thing
the
is,
injury.
the thing is, even though you are saying Man City, they have a leakage in defense, those guys created some serious chances in that game. I think they could have scored 2 or 3 more goals in that game. They
Oh
were
yeah,
unlucky with some of their chances.
yeah. They were a bit unlucky because I remember Haaland actually he hit the post. There's a shot
Yeah,
that hit the post. So for sure, but I mean, Man City is still the team to beat.
yeah,
But
they
yeah,
created some serious chances though. They're still
yeah.
a good attacking side.
But I'm sure, but it's going to be a test for them when we link up with them. I think it's going to be a test for them because that will probably now maybe determine how the attack is. We'll see how Haaland, by because remember last season, by the Haaland was completely nullified by Salib and Gabriel. So let's see how it pans out by this Haaland this season. Yeah,
And this
against
is
Arsenal.
this is Haaland, he's not even warm. You know, he just started the last season. As I said, City have started the league so fast, which is mad. When Haaland gets to December is when he usually hits his dangerous form. Imagine now he started well. What will happen in December?
Yo,
Hmm.
man, let's say it goes, man. Let's say it goes. I mean, right now I think we'll just go back and say it's still early days, nothing to get excited, and
It's the team to
nothing to
beat City. That's all we say.
yeah, yeah. Well, let's say it goes. So now I think we move to the major game of the weekend, the North London Derby. Abdul, man, what are you telling me, Bana? What are you telling me now, Bana?
What
Huh?
did I tell you? You're worried about Spurs for
No,
the wrong
you're being
reason, bro.
sarcastic. Listen, I know you are being very sarcastic, by the way, in the previous conversation. It's not like I know what you're doing because you're just trying to
My shooting get failed, bro. What can I do now?
What are you telling me now, Bana? Talk to me now, Bana. I told you, man. Listen, Bana. I told you
Uh,
those guys are our customers. Those guys are our daily customers. Yeah. And looking at that game, by the way, for sure, I'll tell you, indeed, the midfield crisis, you could clearly see it. Partey was not in the game. Jorginho was just lethargic. He was just being bullied around. Looking at who played in the midfield, it was Jorginho, Partey, and who? Trossard.
Trossard,
The only guy who I felt was effective, but in the midfield was Trossard. Trossard is a guy who I think, surprisingly, that game he played very well, yeah. But then Abdul Mazia, but then Abdul, let me just tell you, Mazia, I'm telling you, Bana, our defense is just something else. And you
the
guys, but they
final
can
team that does it again. 1-0 to the Arsenal, and it was done.
But listen, the thing about Spurs, I look at Spurs play and it just reminds me of the Wenger days. Because the way these guys are playing ball is just like tip tapping. There's a lot of foreplay, playing very good creative
Spurs.
football.
Ah,
But the end product, man, zero end product. The end product is just pathetic. So Spurs,
And
bro, listen, man, I think that thing
you know,
really, really was.
Deutsche, the Man United legend, said he doesn't think Spurs are better than Man United or Chelsea this season. Despite our crisis, Spurs aren't a serious club by the way. Hiyo game walikuwa chini
We
mbaya.
all know this. Spurs are never serious.
Yeah, so I think for that game, I'll just give it to our defense. I think the defense, especially that defense of, for me, the defenders. I think looking at Son actually really gave Ben White a very hard time for sure. But the Ben White was really struggling in that defense. The guys I think actually had it spot on was Saliba and Gabriel. But most importantly, Jure and Timber. You see, that's the thing about competition. If there's healthy competition in the team right now, people have to
Exactly.
rise up because I mean Timber just said, listen, man, Califury, I know you've come in, but you're not taking my place. You're not taking my
Hmm.
place. So honestly speaking, as a Timber, I think was the man of the match. And bro, that guy just played some dope football. So we're meeting up with Man City this it's Sunday, right? I
It's
think
a
Saturday.
Sunday, yes. This Sunday, Sunday.
Yeah, we're meeting up with Man City. So that is basically going to also test us. But if we win that game, if we win that game by then, despite of the crisis we have, man, I think let me just humble myself, Mazel. Let me not talk much. Let me
Just
just
Say it,
humble.
bro.
yeah,
Say it.
yeah, just
Say it,
say it,
bro.
bro.
Why are you hiding?
If we win that game,
Say it, jinx it. Aren't you to jinx it by the day you jinx it?
bro,
Same.
if we win that game, despite of the way our team is basically
You
composed
still
at
ain't
the
going
moment,
to win the league. We all know this, though.
shut up, man. What unasema nini wewe, man? Shut up, man. But anyway, listen, let's say it goes, Mazel. Let's say it goes. But I think Man City is playing the Champions League tomorrow. We are playing our Champions League on Thursday. So
You're playing on Thursday, Champions League. Wow.
we're playing by the Champions League on Thursday.
Yeah.
So
So
let's say
this season there's no bantering teams that are playing on Thursday. Beautiful scenes, man.
anyway, we move on, Mazel. We move on. So I think the last topic that I think maybe we'd want to wrap this thing up is the currently, but the Man City case is still is actually going on. The surprising thing is that it's being done secretively. There are no cameras. It's just being done. It's being done behind the scenes.
Yeah.
So, and I think Derek, you're telling me that the verdict is being given on the in that is next
Yeah,
year 2020.
yeah.
Which
Next year,
month?
2025. It's
Which month?
around February 2025.
Around February.
Yeah.
Listen, honestly speaking, but the Man City is just
And
financially
and,
strong.
and fun fact, there will be like 14 hearings on that case. So don't expect anything serious with there. Don't expect fine deductions.
What?
Yeah.
You want Man City to be relegated, yeah?
No.
If
By
they're
the let
if
me
they're
tell you,
found guilty, if they're found guilty, they should be relegated. As in depends the verdict.
Abdul, just to answer your
Yeah.
question, me
Yeah.
actually, by the way, want us to beat Man City fair and square. I want us to win the Premier League when Pep is still. I don't even want these guys to be deducted points. Yeah, because
Mm.
people will start saying, you guys had it easy. Man City were deducted points. I want us to beat these guys fair and square. So, well, let's say it goes by there. But if they're to be relegated,
Liverpool fans and some Arsenal fans saying we want Man City relegated. The trophies we've won, we want them taken out and given to us. Some loser mentality, bro. At
nah.
least you're honest.
No, honestly speaking, me personally, but as an Arsenal fan, even if I were to win a trophy, I only want to win a trophy. But there's nothing that is going to be much exciting about winning a trophy. Being given a trophy like that. Yeah, I want
Exactly.
to win a trophy. Kimwanaume bana, unaona? Yeah. So I don't even mind
You
City.
beat
To be
the
the thing is this, like we might be here talking about Man
Uh,
City, but to be honest, those guys have raised the standards. They have really raised the standards. Right now, by the way, for you to win the Premier League, you need to be 90 points and above. Yeah, it's not like back in the days where you still be in the 80s and whatnot. Right now, for you to win the Premier League, you have to. They have raised the standards and they've made the Premier League very, very, very interesting. Yeah, for me, I think personally, for me, I actually enjoy having Man City there. Yeah,
Yeah, okay. At least you're being honest, bro. Even though
yeah,
you're not
yeah.
gonna win, but they're still here, so it is what it is.
Anyway, let me just reserve my words, Maze. I want to keep this program PG. I know maybe there are kids watching here, but I was about to curse, but let me just keep this program PG. Anyway, man, I think that's it by there. So I think I want to tune in by there to the Liverpool game.
Yeah,
Gentlemen,
yeah,
let's keep this short. Papa, honest lot. La 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 la.
Ah,
yeah.
So, guys, I'll be seeing you on the next one.
was